Brittany Furlan, who is married to Tommy Lee, has made a couple comments here and there on social media. She made a TikTok with a sound that's like, oh, okay. One of those sounds, viral sounds, where she said, Pam, if I died. And then it was showing her and then going to Tommy Lee. So basically saying if she died, Pam would go, oh, and then just go straight to Tommy Lee. So she posted
kind of
that.
Funny.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Deleted. And then she had made comments to other people being like, she's texting my husband, blah, 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 blah.
Oy.
In which Pam said in the documentary that she had texted Tommy. They text here and there. And so I didn't think that was anything crazy. So these texts were released on TMZ from a quote unquote close friend, and to me that's one of a close friend of the family. To me, that's Brittany Furlan or one of her friends.
100%.
And
that's because how else would they?
Because they're
Tommy Lee's not leaking
from
these texts,
Tommy Lee's
himself.
phone,
right?
So they're not from Pam.
So who has access to that?
Right.
Brittany Furlan.
And
can I say also that I was a massive fan of Brittany Furlan on Vine. Keep going.
I kind of missed.
Vine was
era,
I came in right at the time of Vine and was fucking obsessed with it. Like I know, like whenever people are talking about Vines and Vine stars or whatever, that was my shit. Like I wish that anyway, that's it. I just want to say that I liked her before.
Yep. So she texted, it's kind of cut off, so I'll read what I can. I can't believe we filmed so much. It's heartbreaking in a good way. So much love. We were so happy. So cute, you with the boys as babies. And it's really how the paparazzi world tore us apart. It's very emotional and sweet. I only have good things to say about you. Especially in hindsight, I realize I only had one true love. I never recovered. It's a true love story. It's very hard to, the part gets cut off, and I regret any pain I caused you or pain we caused each other. No need to dwell on anything. No need to dwell on anything negative. It's the truth. Then things get cut off, and then she wrote in quotes, everyone sucks but us. And then she wrote, call me anytime to discuss, with a heart. And then she signed P with a kissy face. So I guess she signs
P,
that's
Pam.
P, Pam. Then she sent a picture, I guess, or she wrote happy holidays. And she wrote, we all are a little kooky. Ha, love it all. And so there are none of Tommy's texts included in this, in which I think he deleted his messages because 100%. I think Pam is the father of
Tommy loves
Pam is the mom.
as much as Pam loves Tommy.
Yes,
probably more, if we're being honest.
I agree. I think that they both love each other a lot. I think that they had to move on from each other.
Definitely.
Toxic. They couldn't be together. And I think Tommy loves the fact that Pam is texting him saying,
100%.
You're my true love.
He's waited 20 years for this.
I'm never going to get it. Who doesn't want to hear that? I'm never going to get over you.
I would love to. I would love to wake up to a text message from anyone that's like, I'll never get over you.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
it's like,
sorry, babe, I understand how it is, but
somehow
you'll have to move on.
It's a flattering feeling. There's no way Tommy Lee is like, I cannot believe Pamela Anderson is texting me this.
Pam is so thirsty. Like, she will not let me go. No, Tommy Lee still has posters of Pam in the house probably.
And I'm sure Tommy Lee and Brittany are very happy together and have a great marriage. It seems like they do. It seems like they're very happy. It does
seem like they do, yeah.
And Pam did say, he's with someone who's good for him and they have a great marriage.
Yeah.
And so I think what's happening here is that maybe someone is feeling a little bit threatened by everyone saying, oh, Pam and Tommy need to be together. I don't think that's the case. I don't think they need to be together. I don't think that's very healthy or smart. I think that they are very clearly toxic for each other. I think that Pam is just appreciating what they once had and saying, because there are so many negative stories about them, and she's basically saying, hey, it was a beautiful love story. Let's not dwell on anything negative.
Yes.
Looking back, oh my God, wow, we had such a beautiful love story. Like, I don't think she's necessarily saying, I need you back. I want you back.
I agree completely. And I have two things to say about it. One, everything that you said is correct. And I think that the fact that Pam, even when I was watching the documentary, I thought to myself, like, oh, geez, this is going to be hard for her. Like, this is going through all this footage, these photos, like all this stuff. It's going to be really hard for her. I bet her and Tommy will have to have a couple conversations, especially because this documentary was coming out. And in my head, I was like, they're so intertwined in each other's lives forever that Brittany Furlan marrying Tommy Lee knows that Pam Anderson's part of the package, whether she likes it or not. She's the mother of the kids, and she just is an ever-present being in his life. Like, he goes on, he's still to this day is always on and on. I love Pamela. I love Pamela. Like, he'll say nice things about her at any time that he can. The second thing is that I don't think that Brittany Furlan should be directing any of this like ill will or anger or whatever towards Pam. And I think that she should in fact be directing it towards Tommy, because none of this would even be a conversation. There wouldn't be this documentary. We wouldn't even be talking about any of it if that Hulu show didn't come out. And Tommy Lee helped with the Hulu show. So I don't know why everybody's acting like he's so innocent.
Wait, did he?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I thought they were like really
called
upset
him
about it.
No, Pam was upset.
Tommy was like, it's cool. Like,
yeah, he's like, it's cool, it's fun, like whatever, because they had the fake dick scene. So I'm sure he was like, yeah, right on, like whatever.
My huge dick.
Right. It's like, we get it. He's also posting nudes all the time still, as recently as yesterday, Wednesday, whatever. And so I think that this anger or this like feeling of being uncomfortable coming out of Brittany Furlan, I understand it. I would hate this. Like I could never marry someone with like such a long-standing love.
I
like,
agree. I could never be in the spot that Brittany Furlan is in. So I do give her credit.
Same,
but
100%, because she's putting up with it. Yeah. She's being a little immature, but we all have our moments and whatever. But again, this like she is the baggage that comes with Tommy Lee and vice versa. Like they're so intertwined by this like traumatic moment that happened to them, this crazy thing, how Pam was treated versus how Tommy was treated. Like there's just so much to it, the kids, all of it. And I think too that that they both understand that they won't ever be together. Like nothing about those texts has me thinking Pam wants to get back together with Tommy. I think that she is truly so heartbroken that it didn't work out and wishes things were different. And she's been married 100 times because she's always looking for that feeling of love and infatuation and whatever. And like I said, she's not gonna, like she said, she doesn't feel like she's gonna find it. And that's all really fucking sad. But if she wanted Tommy back, she would just get Tommy back, Brittany. Like, I don't know, like she just would. He loves her and that's it. Like that's... Yeah. It wouldn't be hard.
I think if anything, it was more of a reflective text.
For sure.
And not like a please come back to me, please leave your wife.
And she probably sat in her bed like thinking, how do I even say all this? Like she probably did this for like an hour. You know what I mean? Like, she's so worried, especially after watching that thing, so worried about offending people, so worried about upsetting people and like making people uncomfortable, and just wants to have fun and love everybody. And like she's just such a nice person that nothing I think that she would ever do is with malicious intent.
Right. And people are also saying, and the reports are like, oh, you know, it was backed when, or it's when Tommy is sitting next to his wife Brittany, and it's like, well, then that should show that Pam isn't really doing it with ill intent, knowing that he's probably sitting next to Brittany.
Right.
Of course, one would think in their heads, I don't know if, you know, he's sitting with his wife. Should I text this? But I do not think she means any harm. And I really, like I said, I think it's just a reflective text because she was making the documentary and knew that he was going to watch the documentary and see all of this.
Yes.
It was kind of like I'm letting you know how I feel about going through all of this footage and what I'm about to put out there. And it's nothing negative in my eyes. And that's it. I think we had a beautiful love story.
Couldn't agree more.
So I do understand that Brittany is in a hard position. And I don't think I'd be able to handle that position at all.
Not even close.
I think you got to give a lot of props to somebody who is with someone who had that public of a relationship, and many public relationships. And I think that they probably have a good relationship, Tommy and Brittany. It seems like it. It seems like they joke around a lot.
I'm sure it's very different than whatever he and Pam had. And every relationship is different. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's so hard to compare relationships and compare people and like compare happiness. Like he was so happy then. It's like, okay, but he was like doing a shit ton of drugs and like wasn't ever present, and I don't know, and was like, you know, shaking his wife. Like he wasn't
totally
in a good spot.
Different stages of life.
Right. He's a different person now. He's with someone new. It's a different life, whatever. He doesn't have this urge to like be overwhelmed with emotion, whether it's like love, hatred, anger, sadness. Like he has more of a control over it. And Brittany is now here in that part of his life. So I think, I don't know, it's probably just insecurity. I would feel so insecure. Not that she should, but I'm not that strong-willed of a person. I don't think.
And he's gotten multiple divorces as well.
Right.
So I'm sure if he didn't want to be
a rock star.
I'm sure if he didn't want to be with Brittany, he would just also get a divorce from Brittany, or you know, separate from her. I think that they're probably fine. I think Brittany's probably just in her head. I'm sure Tommy is reassuring her, and I don't think anything should be aimed towards Pam either. I think that everyone just has to leave both of them alone, appreciate the love story that was Pam and Tommy, the way that Pam and Tommy do, and then also respect Brittany and Tommy's
totally agree.
Marriage as well.